All right, welcome everybody. It is Monday, December 1st, 2025, and you are watching the OU Flag Guys post-game live stream from the OU LSU game from over the weekend. I'm joined tonight by Sean, Gavin, and Swiggy as we have pretty much a full show to talk about, guys. We got a game to recap. We need to discuss why college football is melting down yet again, not involving us, but also involving us. But let's kind of go around the room.
It,
Sean, glad you made it back to Orlando. How is everything since going to
first,
the game?
first, Josh, you need to get. I think you need to get Gavin a new headset or microphone for Christmas because every week we always hear like background noise from you talking. You got to get him. You got to get that Christmas present.
Get him some AirPods or something so we don't hear.
I bought a beautiful pair of AirPods right before I left, and I got the super duper expensive ones with the noise canceling and everything. I love them, especially when you go to an airport and are on an airplane. Oh my god! I was like, it's not that loud. I go, oh shit! These things really do work.
Yeah,
I love them.
Sean,
I love them so much. It's worth the money. And the battery lasts.
Exactly.
And the
It
battery
helps
lasts
you
long.
tune out from all the people wanting to meet and greet with you.
It was less than 10 people, so I took a picture with somebody, so that was interesting in the
Hey,
stands.
you can mark that off your checklist.
I was like, you want to do what now? I was like, all right, I guess. Okay. He's like, you're not going to use this, isn't going to go up on any FBI wanted posters. Or,
They just needed an
do not
update.
take checks from this man or whatever. So
Exactly. So, Sean, how was it the flight back and everything? Because you
I
left
was fucking miserable. Are you kidding me?
as the prophecy foretold.
I get to the airport and it's like you go to Will Rogers. Anyone's been to Will Rogers? It's like the easiest airport. It was a chill day at the airport at Will Rogers. There was like no wait at the the security checkpoint. One of the TSA guys knew who I was, and he's just, hey man, I was like, oh, you recognize it, cool. It's like he loved the Texas rant video I did a couple weeks ago. But he's like, hey man, let me ask you something. It's like, you think there's a chance we could match up with Texas in the playoff? And I'm like, no, it's not happening. Texas ain't making the playoff. And long story short, first flight to DFW got delayed like an hour and a half. My original connecting flight I missed. Thankfully, American Airlines has embraced technology and has automatically booked me for the next connecting flight out of DFW to Orlando. So got there sort of kind of in time. There was a threat of danger of waiting 30 minutes to get to a gate. Then we found another one that I had to go around. I was able to get food, get on that plane, get down, get my bags, and of course it's like $100 for a lift to get home because it's holiday weekend and it's like there's no buses. If you want to take a bus, it'll take that adventure because it's after midnight. So yeah, expensive trip, but I did it. And I would have murdered this team if they had dropped that game when everything was on the line. But thankfully they didn't. And
well, it's like the thumbnail of this video, Sean, of, oh boy, I'm so happy that I get to watch and see my favorite football team play. I want to kill myself. And then, nice, we won. That was every OU fan from beginning to end.
I wasn't nice we won. We're gonna break down the game and everything, but I was in section 33, row 65, so I was fairly close to the as far sidelined close to the end zone as you could be. So I was on the 15, 20-ish 20 line, give or take.
You were near kind of the hospitality area for like where they have like roots and stuff.
Sure. I will say though, dude, for whatever reason, the West stands and everywhere else are very easy to get out of, but that side of the stadium, it is so bottlenecked.
Yep.
I don't know why that side gets so bottlenecked. It is insane. Like I could not get downstairs at halftime to go do anything. So I'm like, I give up. I'm staying. Don't you have to go to the bathroom or get water? No, I quit. I tried. I saw the line. It was not moving. It was worse than being in line for the Avatar ride at Animal Kingdom. I was like, nope. I just turned around and said, it's like the lady said, you got here so quick. I actually quit. I gave up. She's like, oh, I see. So yeah. So I'm just gonna grin and bear it. Whatever I need, I'm not gonna deal with it. Yeah. So,
but I mean, you also got to experience what I bitch, moan, and gripe about every home game is the horrendous traffic.
Well, that's if you don't have a plan. And my uncle and I did not have a plan to get out of there. We parked where we parked, and we kind of knew. I kind of knew what was up. So it's yeah, it took about hour and a half, 2 hours just to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in, and so just to get out of the parking space of the reserved parking space over by the Eskridge Lexus party that we were at. So, yes, my uncle sells. He's a salesman at Eskridge Lexus. He's very he's
Very important. Very
I got my official Eskridge Lexus bottled waters that I got to drink out of and whatnot throughout the weekend.
Yes.
Got to go to an exclusive party, pregame.
Look down at all those peasants.
I did, and I got a great picture of a campus corner. So
nice.
So if you like RDS likes to post that picture from with the Twilight movies, the vampires looking down on everybody. It was like that was me briefly. I was like, yes, right where I belong. But yeah, I met up with you dumbass, and you finally found me. And you and your friend from Canada, he did not look like Terrence or Philip. I was very disappointed.
I know, right? Whenever he talked, it didn't actually have
his head didn't just lift up from like that. But overall, just a couple people recognized me. Like my uncle got a kick out of it. Like we're like 100 feet from the car, and someone notices who I am right away. And he couldn't believe it. It was like, oh yeah, it was like someone knows who I am. So, but great. It was Campus Corner was great. I love the vibe. It was it's like the second time I've really done the Campus Corner thing. First time was with you back in 19 for the Houston game, and I got to have some fun, see the Selman statues I haven't seen before. I got a picture of the Kyler statue I haven't got because I got other pictures of the other statues from way before. But it was a great day. It was it was a little cold, but it got really cold once the sun went down in the fourth quarter and everything. And
I was curious how you felt because during the day it was like, I could tolerate this. I had that thought of, I wonder if Sean's really cold right now.
No, I was fine.
Really, in the fourth quarter, man, we were really on the other side.
No, man, I mean, was it cold? Yeah, but it didn't bother me. I was worried about rain and wetness. I didn't want that. Yeah. It's like cold and wind. Cold and wind is fine. I can deal with that shit all the time.
Yeah. This guy dragged me to a game where it rained on Friday. Really, we didn't get rained on that much.
Well, actually, because we were sitting in the the way we were positioned in that high school stadium. All the rain and mist that was moving in, we were not right next to the press box, so we stayed dry.
Yeah, if you would have dragged me to a high school football game when it was raining, I would have murdered you on site. I'd be like, I'm not going. I ain't going to.
It literally the skies opened up like 25 minutes. The skies opened up like 25 minutes before the game.
Yeah,
and then like 5 minutes before the game started, it ended up it ended up stopping. So I mean, I had to wipe the seats off, but it wasn't that bad. But
I just want you to know, Josh, if there's a high school game, I don't care if there's 5 stars that are committed to Oklahoma, and if it's raining and miserable, I ain't going. I'm not doing it.
I already told Swiggy, I guess this is one of those IOUs of, I need you to help me paint my house.
No, it's fine. I had fun. I had fun. I mean, but Josh, I just want to say something serious right now. I don't care about the money, but I am leaving this live stream to go to another live stream and I'm just told, I don't even know the details of the contract I've signed.
All right.
I guess that. Go ahead.
Oh, you're not leaving? I thought you were leaving.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. That,
I just wanted attention. So.
That don't we all, Swig? I mean, at this point, we should check the meter to see if you've gone full hoe yet. So,
it's the Lane Kiffin reference. I'm like,
Lane.
I thought you were taking off. I was like, all right, man, have a good one.
Lane at his press conference today literally said he has no idea what the terms of his contract actually are, because he didn't want.
I sign contracts all the time without reading them.
Because he just wanted he just wanted what's best for him. He doesn't even know how much he's making apparently. Which I gotta give Lane credit.
He's full of shit.
Yeah, he's on an all-time lying streak.
He has become the villain of college football, Swiggy.
He was always the villain. Go
even
back
more
to Tennessee. Go back to USC.
Well, even more so than and we'll get to that. I want to recap LSU first and then kind of go from there. From that, because that is kind of there's a lot to talk about from that.
Yeah.
Only question for you, Sean, is did you enjoy coming back to campus and stuff and attending like the a home game?
No, never again. I'm never going back. 19. No, I'm never going back ever. No, it was great. Of course. No, it was great. Yeah, it was just great to be there, and it's just I think like the visual of like seeing OU finally beat LSU is great. It finally fucking happened, and I
agree. Is
it the greatest LSU team ever? No, but they whooped our ass last year. Didn't think twice about it, so we get to do the same thing this year. It's the first time we beat LSU since like the 49 season in the 1950 Sugar Bowl. First time we beat LSU. So in that long,
like 66 years. Yeah.
So now it's not like we play every year, but at the same time, it's like, it's been a minute. So we got our ass whooped in a playoff game and we barely lost a national championship game. But, does this make up for it completely? No, but we'll have more opportunities in the future. And maybe we'll see Lane one day, not next year, but who knows. But,
I mean, he better have some security when he goes to Ole Miss next year. But I'm glad you were able. Like I said, you were right. You and I met up, got to hang out for a little bit. I know you were very happy to see the Selman statues, and they looked like them. That was the stressing part. Like,
yeah, I gotta go look at Baker, and I'm like, nah, it's not quite, man. It's from the side, maybe kind of. It's like, nah, his head is too tallish. He needs to be more rounded. He needs he doesn't have his baby face. So that game encapsulated everything about OU football in 2025 in a nutshell. It just that if you watch one game that is Oklahoma football, it's that game. It had a little bit of everything. Running backs were dinged up, John Mateer struggling, Isaiah Satania making a big play, defense. The only thing we didn't have were sacks. We did have like a big turnover. So 2 plays happened where I was confused and had a delayed reaction. The first one was Peyton Bowen's interception. Because
that happened right in front of me, by the way.
Right. That was for me, I was on the opposite end.
Yeah.
So I'm looking down and my vision ain't as good as it used to be. And I'm just like, I see Van Buren rolling out, he's throwing, and this all happens in the brief moment of a second or two. I see someone catch it. I'm like, fuck, touch. And then also, why is everyone cheering? Oh wait, that was us? Like that was me. So it was like I couldn't believe what was happening. And I saw the replay.
Not to interrupt you, but that play was awesome.
Well, yeah, when I saw the replay, I was like, holy shit, that was like he just like that was some like video game shit he pulled there. That's what 5 stars do.
I mean, and Van Buren had a wide receiver that was wide open too.
Yeah, and
not only that though too, but he also had basically like that pylon of the end zone that was like wide open for him just to be able to waltz in too. So it's like he had like 2 opportunities to do it, and he just made the wrong choice of going over the top against Bowen.
Yeah, and Bowen had a return to sender essentially. So, but so you had the delayed reaction. We saw it, and that's where we exploded because it was right there. But what was the second play for you that it took time to process?
Are you talking? I'm sorry, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Okay, all right, repeat the question. I got cut out for a second. So
what was the second? So if the first one was the Peyton Bone, what was the second one?
Well, that's near the end of the game, because I think like a lot of people, when Isaiah Satania was that wide open, my initial reaction was, there must have been a whistle. The play has stopped. There's no way the LSU players would just stop like that or not cover him. And it's like he caught it and ran, and everyone's cheering. I'm like, wait, this counts? I literally had a wait, this counts moment.
Yeah.
It was inconceivable how wide open he was. Television didn't do it justice, man.
No, he was wide open.
Television didn't do it justice. When you're up decent, I was up 65 rows. When you're up that high and you see how wide, like he was more wide open than the state of Wyoming. It was just amazing how everyone played zoned except deep zone.
Yeah.
And I just could not fathom how that happened.
And I asked a friend of mine who was on the sidelines, and I'm like, was it a miscommunication? He's like, no, it was a quick snap. That's all it was, and it completely threw LSU off.
Wow, we ran a little hurry up or the pacing kind of went up a little bit, and we caught him
and it threw him off completely.
What a concept!
Satania channeled his inner CD Lamb and Hollywood Brown for that play. And
he just ran a seam route, like just down the field. That's all he fucking did.
Hey, wide open.
Go deep, catch ball, score.
Amazing concept when it works.
Post route, out route, dig. None of that shit. Just go that way and then catch it in stride.
Yeah.
All right. So
hey, I'll take it. I mean, we needed something like that in 2000 against A&M.
John Mateer found a way, and it's very impressive if you really stop and think about it. He found a way to have the best and worst game of the year.
Yeah.
Like he put up numbers statistically. Now they were on big plays, mind you, a couple of them, but he still put up some numbers against LSU. And LSU is an SP plus like top 10 defense.
Yeah.
So. And like most of their studs on D, like they got Weeks was playing, Harold Perkins was playing, like a lot, like you know, McKinley. I mean, the D line is what it is, but McKinley's on that line, so they were able to put like a few things together. But at the same time, the picks were just backbreaking. But the other thing was he was off target on so many just simple throws at times, and it was just frustrating. It's like, oh my God, if you could just like be a little more accurate on these throws, dude, just like simmer down. He's like throwing behind guys. He's not on time. It's like, I would love to say we can get better, but the playoff is in 3 weeks. So this is kind of what we are. There is no, I mean, in 3 weeks, some guys can get healthy, I guess, and we can go that route, but it's just there. I keep looking at highlights, like, just can I plug a controller into my PS5 controller into this football team and let me do the passing? I'm pretty decent at it at this point, but yeah, it's just, but explosive plays, man. They found a way. It's like they got we literally, it wasn't just a little drag route this time. This is actually a deep pass down the field for a score, and it's like, how I've always made the joke that the forward pass is returned to Oklahoma. I felt like it happened on Saturday. The forward pass is returned. But yeah, man, I think Fabechi did a really good job at center. I thought he was fantastic. Actually, he actually might be better than Michael, because it's just the O-line just like struggled a little bit with like some run blocks. Eddie Pierre-Louis is like really good at times, but his technique is not great. And Fasusi is still a freshman, but he's going to get a lot better. Yeah. And I think there are a couple guys in my section, like one guy's like went, "Oh my God, Jaden Ott," and I'm like, holy shit, Jaden Ott came in the game. And like there was that brief moment where I thought Mateer handed him the ball and he was going to get a huge run, but Mateer kept it. Like, God damn it, Mateer, give him the ball. He was like, go off the field.
Which is funny, because if he would have handed the ball to him, he would have been gone.
I don't know if he would have been gone, but he would have gotten a big gain at the very least. Yeah. But like, I was like, oh my God, like, could you imagine if Jaden Ott busted a big run and everyone's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I mean, considering that we were saying that when Burks had the touchdown and Ott was in on that play, we were all doing the same thing. Yeah, I could see it.
That little jailbreak screen by Burks, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. It was like, Burks scored? Oh, it must be our night. So
yeah. I mean, outside of the turnovers when we gave LSU short field, they got nothing. And again, kudos to their defense. Their defense did come.
Their biggest plays were those interception returns.
Yeah.
Those were their biggest plays.
Non-existent.
And look, LSU was a team that was like ready to quit, and we were not willing to help them. We were trying to we were so nice. Like it's like my uncle like telling all the LSU fans we were walking past, like, hey, to being very nice to them. We were doing that like on the field. Hey, don't worry, you guys can play well. It's okay. We were encouraging them to play well, and we gave them a few picks to try to keep them in the game.
Well, Sean, that's solely because we're too hard to kill. Even our offense tried to kill us, and the defense shut that down.
My uncle is very devious. He said, I'm going to say very nice things to every LSU fan I see as I walk by, just so as a kill them with kindness revenge for how we were treated in 2003. Is like, well, that's definitely a way to go about it, but okay.
Your uncle cracks me up on that.
Sonny's awesome, man. He's a he's
a cool dude.
If I was with my aunt, his wife there, I would just tell him, like, my uncle's a little bit of a tryhard sometimes, but that's just his personality. He's a little tryhard on some jokes and puns and stuff, but that's just who he is. That's my uncle, and I would never want him to change. Period.
Yeah. I've always had very, very, very awesome experiences when I was with you, and once or twice times just sitting down talking with your uncle. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. He's been selling cars in Oklahoma City and sometimes in Dallas, sometimes in Tulsa, but mostly he's been at that, the big dealership downtown OKC.
Yeah.
But he's now he's at Eskridge Lexus, and he's doing his deal, and so it was cool. I didn't really, like, when he said he got tickets. Okay, he got tickets, and I said, "Oh, we actually have VIP areas we can go to." Awesome! I feel special. A little special thing. I was like, so I was gonna say, meet us there. I was like, oh, but you can't get in because you don't have a invitation.
That's why I called. I was like, I don't know how this will work. If this is gonna be like a 5-minute, just gonna wave, say hi, and you're back into the
I didn't know. I just like we walked into the stores just like to see what and everything. We're like, they don't have anything on the rack my size ever. I always got to order shit. So
yes, they did, Sean. We did see that giant baseball hat.
Yeah,
that was perfect for you.
That don't count. I'm not a bobblehead. Yeah, my one nitpick for OU is that we're not allowed to play Boober 3 anymore on 3rd or 4th downs. We got to play the. Can we let the band do something once in a while? That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
That's where you got to experience for the first time in a while the in-game content, where it's like some of it's cool, some of it's like, man, I wish we didn't have a hype man. I'd rather like what Tennessee.
I don't mind Gerald McCoy being a hype man. If Gerald McCoy is a hype man, I'm all for it. That's fine.
Yeah,
but I don't mind the hype man deal. But that's the thing that's been happening in pro sports for years. Like when the Magic have like those type of guys when I was going to the playoff run back in 2009. So it's everywhere at this point. There's always like a hype man, getting the crowd involved, doing all that stuff. So that's been a tale as old as time.
I think he's the Thunder hype man too, and I have nothing against him. Don't get me wrong. I just feel a lot of it's forced. I will say, you know what?
Well, yeah, of course
that's his job.
Of course it's of course it's forced. Like that's the point. He's trying to get everyone hyped. And like during timeouts, I just want to sit down and be like, okay, I can relax a little bit. I don't want to destroy.
I will say the one piece of content that everybody I think cheered for in the entire stadium was, the standard kick it for a chicken, but then they have, I think, that scholarship kick. Dude, that girl crushed that kick. Like, good for her.
there are so many of these kicks they do on game day, and now stadiums, they do it and everything. It is a deal. But like there were many moments during this game where like even I was like, oh my God, we're gonna blow this shit, aren't we? We're really gonna.
I thought so too. What I will say, two things I want to mention from the in-game experience too. I have people agree with me on it, and it could be recency bias, so I keep that in mind.
Recency.
When the refs miss the pass interference call, that's probably the loudest and nastiest I've heard the stadium.
Okay, so I need to say something about that. My mantra, right?
Correct. Yeah, and that would if we would have lost the game, it was not that play.
Right, but my mantra is like you got to overcome the refs.
Correct.
But when you're there in person, motherfucker, they were terrible. Holy shit!
That's what I tell you.
That
Yeah.
non-pass interference call was the worst of them all. Like the ticky-tack roughing the passer on PJ was bullshit.
That was horrible.
The false starts are on OU. Like those are OU. You're at home, dude. You can't be getting false starts. That applies there.
Correct.
But it's like how do you not throw a flag on a guy just knocking Burks on his ass like when the ball is still like 5 feet away from getting there? It's like that's bullshit. That is, and I could not believe how that went. And
I could say, man, like that was, in my opinion, from all the games I've attended at home, I think that was the worst one of people like getting nasty, because they booed that first down, that second down, third down. I think we went to TV timeout. They booed them coming back from it, and then they started the "rest you suck" chant. Like that was, and I think that was another one that was missed. But yeah, like SEC, you gotta fix your refs, guys. Like, yes, if we would have lost, it would have not been because of the refs. But dude, you can't be missing blatant calls like that. Like, he got away with murder on that sideline.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, seeing it in person, it's like, yeah, that's bad.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What? But oh, come on, Orlando, beat Chicago. We're doing our NBA Cup thing, I guess. The Magic are actually really involved in it this time.
NBA Cup.
Yeah. I don't care about the cup; just win games. That's what I care about.
God, that. They get that probably.
That's one of my games.
If anyone was watching Monday Night Football, that probably should have been a flag. That probably should have been a flag on the Patriots.
No, I don't have it on.
Because he took a guy's head off.
No.
So like that, when I say took his head off, I mean like part of the paint on the helmet literally came off.
Yeah.
But I did a video today, and it's like, this is something I've been thinking about. This OU football team, like, feels like a team that from years past, where it's like you go back and look at some of Bob's teams that won like 8 games or whatever, and it's like, God, if I could just change a couple plays here and there, we'd be like a 10-win team, and it would be a decent season. This is what that Oklahoma team this year feels like. It feels like a team that you went back and changed a few plays here and there, and you're a 10-win team.
Yeah.
It's like all you have to do is change 1 or 2 plays, and you're a 10-win team. Because think about it, like there's so many big plays that like that saved or changed their season, and it's whether it's like the Satania deep pass for a touchdown, or Eli Bowen's pick 6, Armason Thomas's scoop and score at Tennessee.
I haven't felt like this, and the comparison's not perfect because nothing is, but I haven't felt like this week in, week out since 01-02 Ohio State national championship team, where every week that team was like, I want to kill myself.
The end of 2012 was a bit nerve-wracking, because you had Bedlam, you had West Virginia, you had Bedlam and TCU. Those were all like down to the wire games.
Yeah,
and they had to win all those games to like have a really good season, and they got left out of a BCS game because of Florida State and Northern Illinois or whatever, and that whole debacle, and then we played Johnny Manziel in the Cotton Bowl. Hooray! It was great to be there. Great to get the win, and I need to get back to a home game more often if possible, because my first choice is always go to Dallas if I can. But,
right.
But I am aiming to go to Gainesville next year, because we are going to Florida. No Lane Kiffin, because I initially thought, hey, Kiffin was like, because initially I thought Kiffin was going to be there initially because of all the rumors. I was like, well, no Kiffin there. It's going to be I forget. Like they got Billy
They
Napier.
got Summer. No, they got Summerall.
Oh, Billy Napier 2.0. Great.
Yes.
Good for them.
Yeah. Someone. Yeah. That's.
Yep.
Although, and yet somehow that's not the worst hire of the cycle.
But they went the same route. Let's get the G5
They
coach.
did.
That's good.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They did, but somehow Arkansas feels worse.
I mean, Arkansas is like not allowed to be happy ever again, apparently.
No,
So.
Arkansas. No. Like I feel bad. I can't even make fun of Arkansas for this hire because that's just how bad I think it is.
Yeah.
The Memphis head. You get a Memphis head coach who's been like like Auburn. I liked Auburn's hire. I thought that was a good hire. I thought Oklahoma State did a good job on the North Texas hire. I have no clue what Penn State's doing.
They're biding their time for what I have no idea, but
Penn State's trying to get the BYU coach, and according to about an hour ago, BYU coach, like literally, they are asking the Church of Mormon to throw money in to keep him there. And I'm not being.
No, I
literally are asking.
I believe that because there are only so many people who can coach BYU.
Yep. What? Real fast before we get into coaching, I do want to mention one thing, and then we'll hop into that. Sean, the last thing I want to mention was I think also what did you I get my words tied up. The second one was when LSU missed that 4th and 2. Hey, I don't know what they were calling on that, but man, that stadium erupted. I haven't heard that stadium that loud.
Well, that was just me. Then the rest of the crowd cheered later. So.
Oh, absolutely. You were throwing off the LSU people. But I haven't heard that loud since that TCU game back in 20.
Oh, when Stephen Parker knocked down the 2-point conversion.
That stadium exploded. And
I mean, you went to a lot of home games this year, so was that the loudest home game of the year, you think? Or was it Michigan or?
Okay, if I had to put guess, I'd say we were more rowdy with Michigan. I think that last play was the single loudest moment of the entire game.
Well, we had impending doom during that game because it was like we're letting them hang around, and we're not just It's like when they had a 13-10 lead on us, it felt
insurmountable.
It's silly. It feels insurmountable way at times. It's like, why is it like this? And then finally we broke something open. But I'm hoping that whatever goes down like next Sunday for the selection and everything, whoever we play, whatever happens, I really obviously hope guys get healthy and they figure that out. Yeah, I want to know what red shirts, and I'm not talking to like Javonte Barnes. Maybe he'll play, maybe he won't. Who knows? I mean, I'm not asking Javonte Barnes to be anything special, or he's not going to be. You just need healthy bodies out there if you can. I'm wondering, like, receivers or anybody on the defense or offensive linemen, whatever it may be, who can be of use, or is anyone standing out in these practices coming up that like, hey, your red shirt is secure. Now you can play in the postseason all you want if need be without burning anything.
Yeah.
So that's like a George Stoya mailbag question, perhaps, or for Scoop.
Yeah.
But just it's I'm really enjoying the all of a sudden, like, we're being looked at as like we got to solve this playoff problem. What about them? They suck. We don't want them a part of our party. And I'm just sitting here going, I was like, what motherfuckers? Like, oh, you're pointing at us like all of a sudden we're the problem. And it's like, no, you need to look at that little Irish motherfucker over there who hadn't beaten anybody. That's the problem.
Exactly. So, and right now, based on we have to see how stuff kind of plays out tomorrow. But based on I think it's the college football professor, the guy who still does like the BCS stuff, which is pretty spot on still, and then Adam, they've all said OU is going to land at number 8 still tomorrow. Like,
yeah, there's no reason they would move. There's no reason to move.
Exactly. Some people are trying to put them at number 9 and put Notre Dame at
number 8.
They can
all suck. Yeah, all those people can suck my dick. Too.
Yeah, there's like the computers just do not agree with this. It'd have to be a committee decision for that. At this point, it's a who wins on Saturday and where do we land. Exactly what you said, Sean. But right now, if everything goes projected, OU would face Notre Dame in Norman. Or if BYU wins, we face BYU in Norman. If I think it's if Bama and BYU win, then we will face either Texas A&M at Texas A&M's house or Texas Tech at their house for it. We would still be in it, but we'd just be kind of the last.
Yeah, like I think the thing that's really fucking stupid is that people are trying to, well, if this happens or this happens, Oklahoma could. No, Oklahoma's not gonna could or will. It's not fucking happening.
Correct.
Because you don't get 5 ranked wins, who's most in the country last I checked,
and leave them out.
You don't. Oh, if Alabama wins, a win over the. Let me check notes. SEC champion. You're going to leave us out, right? Got it. 9-win Michigan. Okay, you're going to leave us out for that. Okay, got it. You want to play the quality loss card. Well, both of our teams are like clear. One of them's a playoff team. The other one's in the top 15. So what else you got? Well, your offense isn't aesthetically pleasing, and it's not. It's like, motherfucker, we made the playoff with nothing but offense and no defense. Y'all told us to go get a defense, which we went and got. We traded it in. We traded our offense in for a defense, and now you're mad about that too.
No, but no, Sean, they're also mad about, like, should we really let this OU team in because of that trick play that was forbidden?
No, that's one stupid motherfucker who needs to get it slapped upside his head. You know, fucking Bear Crisella is like, maybe they'll bring that up. I don't know. Maybe you'll get laid one day. I don't know. So, maybe he's married.
There are
maybe he's married. I don't know. But like, I'm just.
Well, he's saying shit because he's a Miami grad. Like, it all makes sense.
Well, there's so much wrong with that. But like, first of all, why are you poking holes at us? Like, first of all, you're mad that you're being left out right now. I understand your frustration. Point at the little Irish motherfuckers. Like, they're the ones who have no reason being there. Well, they beat up a disabled child named Syracuse and Stanford. They beat up those children on the playground. They're both in wheelchairs, and he ran their wheelchairs down the steep hill, down Devil's Backbone, and got run over by a train. You know,
and they get credit for that because they scored 28 points on 3 plays.
Jeremiah Love's a Heisman contender. That's nice. I don't care. Yeah,
I've had Notre Dame people quoting, like, trying to.
You are obsessed with that one podcast. You are obsessed with it.
It's other ones as well, though. That it's the Sagrian and quoting the second one. I'm like, dude, the ESPN S&P Plus. It's like, dude, those are prediction ones. They're not.
I got your Sagrin right here. So
that was good. But yeah, it's like, dudes, quote me actual polls because we're gonna take a snapshot. Swiggy saw it. Like, are we gonna also like admit that y'all aren't even in 2 of the other polls at all? Are we just gonna be that favorites? It's not OU, it's Notre Dame is the problem.
Yeah,
now I agree.
Actually, you know what the bigger problem is for Miami?
Not winning their conference
but they suck
at all ever.
I mean,
exactly. I mean, you know what?
I am so rooting for Duke to win that shit.
Rooting for Duke. If you want to blame someone, blame yourselves for losing to Louisville. That's a great one to blame.
Yeah.
Blame yourself to losing to an SMU team that lost to California. I mean, both of those games you had chances to win. And if you just win one of those 2 games, this wouldn't even be a question. Now, I know why you're attacking us because attack Notre Dame, but it's not like you guys were world beaters either.
I don't know why they're attacking us. It's like, bitch,
I don't know. No, I said I don't. I said I don't know either. I said I don't know. They should be attacking Notre Dame, but your best win is Notre Dame. Okay, if I take that out, your next best win is Pitt. So
who they beat the shit out of, by the way.
They did beat the shit out of Pitt. Yeah, but that's my point. Is that those are their 2 best wins? Those are their 2 ranked wins. It wasn't like they had a world beater schedule.
I am looking forward to tomorrow night, and I'll have Elo.
The meltdowns that are ready.
or just I'm gonna keep trolling these people and just like my favorite one was from Texas fans saying it's like, oh, so if we would have scheduled North Texas instead of Ohio State 1, it's like, bitch, have you seen North Texas play? They would have beaten your ass week 1 of the way Arch came out the gate.
Yeah.
You kidding me? You think you think North Texas is a guaranteed win? Dumbass. Now I know you don't fucking pay attention. Like when someone said North Texas, I know you don't watch college football.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know right now who's having the bigger crash out. If it's going to be BYU, Miami, Notre Dame, or Texas. Right now, Texas, we're literally watching the 5 stages of grief happening, and they're at bargaining right now.
I think if you're BYU and you win and you're Texas Tech,
that's it.
Well, BYU. I mean, if Texas Tech drops that game, I'd be my asshole's puckering a little bit if I'm in Lubbock. You don't want to lose that game. You don't want to test those waters and see. Well, like because I don't think they drop. I don't think they're taking both. I don't think they want to take both because it's like. Well, they did beat each other, but one's the champion. One's like, what do we do here? It's like, I don't know. So it's like you're shaking hands with danger if that happens. But personally, I think Tech will mop the floor with them again because that's what they did last time. I just don't think BYU is good enough offensively to do anything to them. So
I agree.
But if Duke, I know Virginia beat Duke a couple weeks ago by double digits, but. My God, if they found a way, that would be amazing. The ACC gets knocked out, and James Madison gets in probably.
That would be funny.
Well, and I said that for us, that plays into our favor because at that point, your first rounds are shot for the ratings. You need to keep something where people are going to tune in. OU would be safe in that respect.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but sure.
People who are trying to make arguments of kicking OU out, I'm like, actually, guys, if a second G5 gets in, you want somebody in there to be competing that people would watch. I mean,
I like how people were trying to argue against Oklahoma for like, well, they want to put in other teams for ratings when Oklahoma's in some of the most watched games all year.
Yeah, we were like in 3 of the like top 10 this year.
We're 3 of the top 10 games with like Bama, Michigan, and Texas or whatever. It's we don't watch Oklahoma play. It's like, listen, people saying our offense is like unwatchable and not fun to look at. They're not wrong. I'm not saying they're incorrect, but
hey, if they can't watch us at our Temu eating glue offense, they can't like us at our world beater elite defense. Like that, you take both. That's the thing.
Look, it's people need to understand that it's like we were told all off season and patted on our heads. Gosh darn it, if y'all could, God, if you got to 9-3, gosh darn it, you should be in the playoff. And now it's like 10-2. Fuck, you're not good. No. 9-3 Texas. We get those poor like impoverished children down in the 40 acres. We got to help them out. We need to change the rules. We need to change the rules just for them because things aren't going their way right now.
Well, you know what? That's what the ACC should have done. They should have
cancel.
Yeah, they should have. They should have found a way to get Miami in there.
I'm talking about Texas. Like, do we need to change rules for Texas because they're a 3-loss team, and gosh darn it, if they just hadn't played that Ohio State game, none of this would have happened.
But it's exactly what you said, Son. Well, guys, you're
Say
right.
That 3 times fast.
Yeah, but Sean, you're right. But it's like, why are they? I hate that the media keeps trying to spin the narrative as well of like, yes, guys, they did lose to Florida.
So,
did we?
If I could say this, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take my headset off. It's like I'm gonna say this real quick. You're not being punished for losing to Ohio State. You're being punished for losing to 4-8 Florida. There. So I don't know if you could hear me on that. I'm sure you could.
So hear anything.
I had to take my headset off so I won't break the microphone. It like, well, but you can't. They're saying you're discounting other things. We're not discounting other things. Here's the thing: when you were a 2-loss team going into Georgia, if you had beaten Georgia, guess what would have happened, boys? And finished, you would have gotten in the playoff, no problem.
Easily.
But like, you can't ignore. People are trying to retroactively say the Ohio State loss is keeping them out. No, it's not. You got the mulligan. People gave you all the love and attention, saying you're gonna be fine if you can bounce back. Once you beat us, like, okay, they're gonna get back. Like, they want to ignore overtime with Kentucky, overtime with Mississippi State. They also want to completely ignore giving up 37 points to Arkansas, who is 0 for 8 in the SEC this year, by the way. Not one SEC.
They're the best almost win team.
Yeah,
almost.
The best almost win team. And someone said, oh, you barely beat Auburn. Motherfucker, everybody barely beat Auburn this year. Have you looked at the fucking schedule? Everyone barely beat Auburn, you stupid fucks.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? You barely beat Auburn. Everyone.
Because
like,
they're grasping at straws, because it's like, we just don't want to see.
I'm quoting Leon the Professional. Everyone! Yeah. So
it's the media doesn't want it because they don't want to see OU in it, because they rather have Texas in the Arch Manning story, or they rather have their beloved child Notre Dame. Guess what, dudes? Maybe they should have won the games that they were supposed to, because unlike comparing OU and Texas, hey guys, you know what the real difference is? Let's take everything out. We beat South Carolina. You lost to Florida. That's all.
No, but that's the other thing. And no, like, everyone's like saying, well, Texas has a tougher strength of schedule than Oklahoma. And
no, they don't.
According to
now, they kind of do.
Sort of, but it's not that much. It's not that big of a stretch. It's not like a big gap. But what's what's propping it up is that Ohio State game. Here's the key thing, though. Like I said, those games I mentioned, they've played 4 games against SEC teams with losing records. We played 2. That's how tough our schedule is. We only played 2 SEC teams with losing records, and circling back to Auburn. Auburn is one of those losing record teams who, guess what? Everyone barely beat. So I don't want to hear this shit about, strength of schedule, strength of record, motherfucker. Eat my shorts.
Yeah.
Currently for Swiggy, for the strength of schedule, with everything played out, Texas is number 4. OU's number 6. And what for Texas, what lifts them up a lot is that Ohio State game. Yeah. What brings OU down just slightly is that Kent State game. And that's it. Yeah. That's all it is. You eliminate those,
we should play North
back
Texas.
On top.
Maybe we should.
We should play North. We should play North Texas. Yeah, I mean,
after all the years.
Going back to Auburn, just because I'm bored, just because I might as well look at. Lost 6 points to A&M. Lost 10 points to Georgia. Went to overtime and lost 7 to Mizzou. Even Arkansas was within 9 points. Kentucky did beat them, but that was only 7. Auburn is very much, if Jackson Arnold was a good quarterback, they would have had a very feisty season.
In Georgia was only up 3 until they scored a late touchdown with like less than 2 minutes left to make it 10.
Yeah. So
everybody barely beat Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's wild, Swiggy, is on that same thing, Auburn has like the 16th strength of schedule. They never played anybody lower than like 29th. And like
they did. Auburn had a tough schedule. Auburn. Auburn. Like I said, if Jackson Arnold was any sort of good quarterback, it would have been a very feisty season for them. But
it's like I said, the crash out of the media showing their stupidity, and good on like a lot of the national people saying, where have you people been like the past like year? Where are y'all coming out of the woodwork for this? Like, this is what OU's been this entire year, and now you're trying to return the receipt because you don't like the offense. Guess what, guys? You said preseason if OU managed to do this, because even SEC shorts acknowledge you left us for dead. Guess what? Guess who's here still, guys? And they don't want to see it. Well, sucks to be them. Could be worse. We could have 2 G5s. Oh, right. We are going to have probably 2 G5s. Even I'm probably wrong on that.
Oh my God. Did the ref really have Heather Dinich on as a radio guest today?
They did.
Seriously.
But Heather
For-
basically said there's no scenario where OU's kicked out. Essentially, that was the sole reason.
What the fuck is Heather Dinich doing? Like,
That I don't know.
Heather Dinich is the Vanna White of college football. She just turns the fucking letters. I swear to God. That's all she's good
That
for.
I don't know. For it. I think they just wanted whoever was an ESPN rep just to outright say, "Can OU lose out?" No, they're in, guys.
Joey
Now,
Galloway wasn't available.
Booger McFarland wasn't either.
Oh yeah, I could have gotten Booger, man. He's like,
Oh,
I'll give Booger credit. He's like, everyone's looking at the analytics. It's like he just closes his laptop. I don't need to. I don't need to watch film. I know that Miami beat Notre Dame. So you know what, Booger? I got you on that one. It's great.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that Texas fans at
Yeah.
9-3 are trying to compare us, and it's like, do you have 3 losses? It's over. It's not comparable. This ain't guys. This ain't 2008 where you lost on a last second like miracle touchdown to Crabtree, and
But
that's
the
what's
whining's the same.
No, the whining's the same, but it's not even close. I at least understood their pain back then. It was real. It was legitimate. I understood everything. That I totally got it. It was funny at the time, but I still got it.
It's still funny now.
This time, it's no. You can't lose. Like I heard Cowherd today say, like, interview Sark and just like glazing him, saying, "Well, back when you played Florida, they were much better back at the beginning of the season." When it's like, no, they weren't. They won one game against something called Long Island University, and they you were their first big win, Texas.
Yeah.
They lost to South Florida at home, lost to LSU, lost to Miami. Those are tough games, mind you. There aren't guaranteed W's, but don't sit here tell me how good they were. Oh, well, their freshman wide receiver played. Yeah, he played a little bit like the rest of the year too, and then he got hurt again. So, sorry. Like, all these things that you want to talk about, like, what Texas fans don't want to talk about. Mateer comes back after Florida. Well, not just that. Mateer comes back off of injury. He's not 100%. He's not ready to go. So he's not the same guy. So you got that benefit. And to whether you love or hate the committee takes that into consideration with that game. So yeah, Mateer wasn't 100%. The quarterback got hurt. So we're not punishing Oklahoma as much. Okay. So the real question is tomorrow night. And I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but as the week develops and we get to Sunday, it's going to get interesting. Lane has already gone to LSU. He did the press conference and everything. I don't know how many coaches he's already poached or is going to poach.
Half the staff.
Is it official?
Yeah,
is
they
it
got
official?
the OC.
It is really the only guy who's, I would say, part of the core crew.
Obviously, Golding stayed.
Yeah,
Golding.
Dang.
Okay, so with that being official, what are they going to do with Ole Miss tomorrow night? Now, they don't have any data points with this coaching staff, being, not together. So are they just going to roll with them the same place, or what happens?
I'm going to tell you the exact same thing that I mentioned Saturday. I think they don't drop them out of the playoff, and I stand by that. But I think they drop them to 12.
There's no way that's for a group of 5. They ain't gonna drop them that far. 12 is a group of 5 is gonna be put at 12 regardless. There is no way they're going to put Georgia, for example, if they were to lose and drop to 5. They're not putting them against Ole Miss. That's not happening.
I mean, I would somehow only see him as a 6 or something like that, or a 7. Honestly.
If you want to drop them like 10 or 11, maybe.
Yeah, which helps us.
I mean, it's fucked up, and I would feel bad for Ole Miss fans. I will say, dude, it's fucked up. I don't. But are you technically a different team? I guess, but it's like, it's like, but you know what there is a comparison you can make to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Michigan when Harbaugh, the championship year, even though they cheated their asses off, Harbaugh was suspended multiple games, and Sharon Moore had to be the head coach for multiple games, including some big ones too, like Penn State.
Yeah.
He coached them to wins. Now, granted, they cheated their asses off, but still did it.
But he still had the full staff
So-
and stuff too.
Yeah, but still, head coach was gone.
Yeah.
So there is a precedent to an extent that you could point to if you're Ole Miss. Now, much more than the head coach is gone. That is problematic. So I don't know if you're going to be able to justify it as the same, but it is a thing you could. It is a thing you can point to if you're trying to make an argument to the committee. You say Jim Harbaugh was suspended for like half the season. He was like a couple games here, missed the Penn State game. Show more crying after a game. Like, we did for you, coach. Like he died, and then he magically came back to life next week. So
I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench at you. I'm gonna
don't do that. That's mean. That'll hurt my head.
I
don't have my cat-like reflexes.
Let me throw this data point at you then.
Oh, is it a 13th data point for 2014?
Yes, but it is kind of important for Ole Miss. I think for the committee from now, and I absolutely agree with you. I do not think it comes into play tomorrow. I think it comes into play by Sunday. The transfer portal is open for all those players. Who leaves?
I
think you have to play that long game for the committee.
You're gonna play for a. You're gonna be in the playoff more than likely. Play for a. I don't know if I will.
Some of those guys supposedly are already trying to leave.
Oh,
that's why I bring that up.
Okay, so if guys do that now, if a bunch of players do that, I think what Lane Kiffin and LSU did, I don't know how you're going to do this, but there's got to be some. This is why college football is in the state it's in, because there is no real organization. The problem is because it comes down to a couple things. Number
academic
one,
calendar.
Yeah, it's the academic calendar because to quote
Andy, side note, I had to explain that to Caleb.
Well, to quote Andy Staples, the NCAA does not have the power to move Christmas. They don't have that much power. So everything's built around the academic calendar. See, the NFL, it's easy. The NFL can do whatever the hell they want when they want to. And the NFL is very strategic with how their regular season and their postseason and their off season goes. They have a major event every month of the year, whether it's the regular season, playoff, Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl is over, they have coaching carousel, and they have the combine, the draft. They have free agency. They have mini camps, training. There's something to look forward to every month if you're a diehard NFL football fan. For college football, all that shit, with the exception of like training camp, happens in the month of December. Yeah. And it's kind of insane when you think about it. When you actually take a step back and go, how do you do all this shit at once? They really, because you know what people don't realize, right? Most people do not realize right now, because everyone's so enamored with like playoff races, Lane Kiffin. You know what Wednesday is? Signing day.
Yep, National Signing Day.
It's early signing day. It's fucking Wednesday.
You're right.
And nobody's talking about it.
I would have failed that quiz if you just asked me that.
Most of our 26 class signs in 2 days.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking about it.
Because it's this crazy of a cycle too.
It needs to go back to February. Because listen, did I initially like the idea of December? Absolutely. Because like OU was in a spot where you were fighting off and trying to poach some of our good recruits. Get away! We're gonna get them now. Sign them now. You almost have to move it back to where it was. I mean, it's still there, mind you. It's just it needs to be the main date again. You still have the second signing day in February, but like my dad would call me up like 4 or 5 years out after the December thing happened one time. Hey, what's I'm looking for recruiting stuff. Well, what's going on? I was like, Dad, our class is already signed like 2 months ago. What? So we're not. Yeah, there's nothing going on today. Are we going to get anybody? Probably not. There might be a 3-star we get out of nowhere, but no. He's like, oh. Okay, yeah, our class is already signed, sealed, and delivered, so we're good.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I had to explain to Caleb was he was putting a lot of blame on the NCAA stuff. I'm like, you have to remember, man, there's the academic calendar, and they have to be enrolled and ready to go by the next semester. I said maybe they could figure out some waivers or something like, hey, you can late enroll if you're in a playoff situation or something like that. But I'm like, that's really beyond the NCAA for that. That's on the schools, and I don't know if there's a right answer of what you can do because college football goes so late now versus before.
So here's the thing. Part of me believes that the day is coming when football players aren't going to be students anymore.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that to him. I said, you know how to solve it.
That day, I think that's good. But if someone comes up with a plan, how that can, they're going to be. They're going to be a special class of students that has their own different set of rules, and they'll still do certain things. Because think about it, how many of those guys are going to class in classrooms? Most of the team does stuff online, right? How many guys actually sit in a classroom and go to class with guys anymore? Like those days are kind of. You think John Mateer goes to class? Maybe there's one. Maybe there's 1 or 2, but how many guys do everything online? Let's be honest here.
Everyone.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know because I would say
football team can just do their do all their stuff online and be in a virtual classroom and just like that way they don't have to miss football practice and certain things they can do here and there, and it's like probably the way things are for most of them. I'm sure there's a few exceptions, but it's just. I think there's going to come a time where if you can like supersede like the way the quote unquote student athlete is built and how their life is set up in college, then you can
the student athlete almost needs like a 3-semester like school year versus everybody else.
If you're there as a scholarship athlete. I mean, they already play. They're already privileged and have a special set of rules already for them. It's like I don't know how different it's going to be, but it's going to irritate all the olds on the internet and message boards and say it's the death of the sport and all this stuff. But I just think what I do think is going to eventually happen one day. Spring football is going to go the way of the dodo. We're going to have like OTAs in May in the summertime and everything like that. Now, the downside of that is that depending on where your school is, it's going to be hot as fuck, and you don't want to do that. So it's already hot as fuck in spring in Oklahoma. So
yeah,
I mean, do you want to drag that out into the early summer months? Maybe not. So it's one of those things you gotta be careful. It's like, let's just move to the summertime to do it. I mean, yes, the NFL does do it. That is true. But sometimes they take their OTAs and all that stuff to other locations outside of campus or outside of their facilities.
Cowboys go to Florida.
Yeah,
Florida, California.
Or California, but you're not going to do that. So but you don't want to practice indoors all the time because you want your players to get accustomed to the elements. Because you're not going to play your games indoors like all the time. The only time if you're playing indoors, usually, unless you're playing Syracuse or somebody, it means you're playing for a championship. Or you're playing in a playoff game. That's usually when you're playing indoors. So it's it's just one of those deals where
to pivot real fast. I did some Googling just to see there is 4 players right now that said they would follow Lane Kiffin to LSU. Trinidad, but that one is very dependent on if the NCAA approves his waiver or not. Keywan Lacey, Deuce Alexander, and then Austin Simmons.
Oh yeah, they're
2
fucked.
Quarterbacks, a wide receiver, and
they're fucked. If you take that from Ole Miss, they're fucked.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's bad.
You have to keep them out.
If that were to happen, they're screwed. Like if that happens, Ole Miss shouldn't be in the playoff. Period.
Correct.
And
and sadly the precedent's been set. So you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So it's like this is like honestly, as bad as what Lincoln did to us, this is worse.
No, this is 100% worse.
This is like as bad as what Lincoln did to us.
This is 100 times worse than what Lincoln did.
This is what it's like to look at it from the outside of something this fucked up. Because I truly believe like there's something psychologically messed up with Lane Kiffin.
Well, he faked having a dog.
I know.
For likes.
He faked having a dog is like honestly that's so amazing. That's some shit I would do to fuck with people, honestly. But seriously,
Lane's crazy.
This is the entire funny part of that was the people at my work were like, "Man, this sucks for Ole Miss," and then they got angry when it's like, "What? The dog?" I'm like, "That's the thing.
The dog is fake.
What's the dog?
The dog is AI. It's not real." But here's the thing. I think Lane making the playoff, and he knew he was making the playoff deep down, scared the shit out of him. Because think about it. He's never been to the playoff before. And I think part of him was afraid of failing there. And maybe that's why it's not the only reason, but like think if he went to the playoff and lost, all of a sudden he loses a little bit of his because he built up all this like a goodwill again and said, "Oh, Lane's this, that, he's everything." Like I know he wants to coach in the playoff, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. Deep down, he knew that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
He knew he was never going to be allowed to coach the playoff. He knew he was never going to be allowed to coach the playoff. He knew deep down that was never happening. So he played it up like that. He said, "Oh, I'm going to coach my guys. I'm going to do this and that." Like, no, you're not. You're not going to do that. And so he gets to avoid losing in the playoff. So he doesn't have to have that scarlet letter saying, "I've never lost in the playoff. I don't know what you're talking about."
He's also also really quick on Lane. All this for a guy who has never won a conference championship and has never achieved anything.
He's given he has some. To be fair, he has. He's given Ole Miss their best run ever.
Yeah.
People said, "What did Hugh Freeze?" Hugh Freeze Hugh Freeze cheated his ass off, and he had back-to-back years where he beat Bama, which is like nice and all, but still, because hell, we've beaten Bama back-to-back years. It's not the greatest run in OU history or anything, but still, the point remains. I don't get it. Ole Miss was a place he could have won. He could have been comfortable at. He could have done his thing. But Lane wanted to him. I guess Ole Miss wasn't that job. He wanted a bigger marquee job. And Florida and LSU were definitely those two types of jobs. And he went to the crazier nut house.
Yeah.
And I made this comparison like a month or two ago because we were about to play Ole Miss and everything. I was like, Lane Kiffin is getting Lane Kiffin as your head coach is like marrying a stripper. It sounds fun and a great idea. It's like awesome that she's hot and everything. It sounds like a great idea, but before you know it, she steals your wallet and she's off with some other guy shortly after. That's Lane Kiffin in a nutshell. That's Lane Kiffin's career. Lane Kiffin's going to do something if Lane screws up badly for any reason at LSU, if you think Ole Miss fans showed up and just gave him the bird.
No. Per Lane Kiffin, some crazed Ole Miss fans tried to drive him off the road. It was Ole Miss Fury Road while he was trying to get to the airport, apparently.
That's the easy part. What do you think LSU people are going to do?
I mean,
they'll light his house on fire.
You pissed those people off?
I mean, Nathan started putting his clothes out in the street. Mind you, at a friend's house.
They better pray that motherfucker wins a Manatee to make this worth it, because
And he won't make it 7 years. Let's be honest. He won't.
7 years, like 7 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I kid when I say that, but still, it's like I'm just astounded that we still give Lane Kiffin this much credence. Did anyone see the Marty Smith interview that he did on? With the
I
plane?
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it when I was on the
With
plane.
what, McAfee? Yeah.
No, not McAfee. Marty Smith. Marty Smith. You know,
No.
he asked. Marty Smith, like, you know, just he actually asked him all the right questions.
Yeah.
And the one question he asked him, like he got to the important one. What is it about LSU that's different? Like, you know, because you're at Ole Miss, you got them rolling. You're gonna play for a national title in the playoff. What is it at LSU that has that Ole Miss doesn't? And then he just kind of stood there and he's like, I don't know. It's like, you know, I prayed on it and everything. And I'm not trying to shit on people who are into religion and everything, but that is such a cop-out answer to say you prayed on it and like Jesus told you to go to LSU. I'm sorry. You owe people a better answer than that.
Yeah.
Because they can't. It's what you said
because
about
Jesus told you to go to LSU is not going to cut it.
Well, it's what you said about the black mark of not wanting to, or the scarlet letter, however you want to say it, for not wanting that stain of.
I mean, I've lost to the playoff. I think
because if you use that explanation, though, no one can argue that with it. It's like, well, okay.
I think deep down he knew he was not going to win the natty with that team, and he did not want to get his ass whooped, and he did not want to lose any luster because he saw that LSU job open. He didn't want to go in the playoff and be like and get his ass whooped, and then because LSU would have filled that, because he went to the playoff, LSU would have gotten someone else. They weren't going to wait for him.
No.
Right. So it's the same thing he did from Tennessee to USC. He did the exact same thing, and USC was a bigger job than Tennessee, and at the time it was the truth. Because USC wasn't that far removed from Carroll yet. It was he had just left. He replaced Carroll,
and he got fired. Yeah, and he got fired on the tarmac.
So I don't know what people are expecting here. Is the standards at LSU aren't just like having a couple of nice 11-win seasons. They want a natty. That's what they want at LSU.
I don't think it's a spicy take, but can I offer a spicy take? I think he went. If comparing programs, I also think he saw that regardless of what Old Miss was going to offer him, I think he was going to plateau at some point and realize like he was not going to be competing with the higher tier programs.
Well, the money wasn't the issue. First of all, Ole Miss got money.
Yeah,
there's nothing about Ole Miss that was going to prevent him from competing and recruiting. Nothing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Ole Miss is the richest school or has the richest boosters, but let's be real about this. It's not like you don't have recruits in Mississippi. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. It's not Texas or Florida or California, but like, come on. You recruit guys from Georgia and Louisiana and Alabama and everywhere in the South. It's like you think like Brent recruits all over the place. Well, there's not the in-state talent in Oklahoma. It doesn't matter the in-state talent. Brent can recruit everywhere. Brent's got cachet. Not only does he have cachet for Clemson, now he's got cachet for his defense at OU. So it's man, if I'm LSU and I'm their fans, I hope he works out early.
Yeah.
Because dating the stripper's fun, but when you put a ring on it, she don't act like the ring means anything.
Yeah.
You think she's with you, but your wallet's gone. All of a sudden, she's on the back of someone's motorcycle, and it's over.
Like I said, Lane's in an all-time streak of lying, and I'm just in awe.
I don't know how to best word this, so I'm just gonna be blunt. Is it fair that I feel bad for Ole Miss, but at the same time, it's you knew going in?
You should feel bad for Ole Miss. I mean,
you can feel bad for him, yeah.
Like, I just at the same time, I also feel like, guys, this is who Lane's always been. Like, as
Yeah,
much
but-
as we
yeah, but you
dogged
never-
on Sark,
yeah, but you
at least Sark kind of mellowed out and grew up from all of his stuff. Lane has just gotten worse.
Well, because
Like,
because the thing is, you don't imagine him leaving you during a playoff run last year when they didn't make the playoff, and he here's and this is really what comes down to Lane. If he had left last year for LSU, it's still a story. Don't get me wrong.
He was flirting with other people for a couple of years now. But here's
people don't care. People don't care if you leave if there's no playoff. If his season was over, okay, well, people would have cared.
Yeah, people would care. I promise
you. People would have cared. They would have cared, but it wouldn't be like this hype national level story.
So here's the thing: if you're an Oklahoma fan watching this, and this whole thing going down, there is the good news, and this is I'm stealing from Eichert on this one.
Yeah,
I'm very happy that Ole Miss is gonna probably more than likely take a step back, because here's the thing: LSU is always going to be good, but Ole Miss isn't always going to be good, and it's good to have one of those two not being good in the immediate future, and it helps us out, especially when we play them every year going forward.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice to have a permanent opponent that's licking its wounds next year on the schedule. So
it makes our home skip slate a little bit shittier, but
we go to Oxford next year. It's going, yeah, we can win this game. Okay. So, but yeah, that's that whole ordeal. Yeah, tomorrow night's gonna be interesting, and
I agree.
But I don't think there's gonna be much unless there's
Sean, I had to check something. We play Ole Miss next year. We don't play them at Oxford next year. We play them in Norman.
They're back to back in Norman.
Yes.
Why didn't they? They didn't schedule, so they get screwed, and we don't come. Wow, that's weird. I can't believe they did that to them. That's fucked up.
I had to double check it because I'm pretty sure they come to Norman, and yeah, it's Kentucky, Ole Miss, South Carolina, A&M are in Norman.
How about that? Okay. All right. I thought it would make sense to return, just to go back to Oxford. But okay, they're coming here next year. Okay, whatever.
That's just how it worked out for me. That's why I was remember. I was like, that was the reason why I thought the
you tilted your head like, Sean, that motherfucker is wrong. I'm gonna get that asshole for all the times.
I was trying to remember because I was like, if I recall when I was speaking with Dad about like ticket prices and stuff, like the only game worthwhile at home next year is Texas A&M. We get basically three rebuilds.
Are we going to allow Reveille on the sideline, or are we going to be bitter bitches about that, like Texas, and not allow that, not have Reveille?
No, we're going to allow the dog, because it's real, unlike Lane's. But yeah, it's just an is what it is type of deal for that. But I mean, it saves us. You have a better home slate. Victory, but it's just because we have Georgia, Florida, and Michigan on the road.
All right, 2026 will be interesting. The 2027 class is looking good.
I do want to say I do agree with you for tomorrow night. I think they're going to have the arguments ready to go. I don't think they're going to make too much movement. They want to see what happens from here as of right now this Monday. To then, I'm not sure they want to change anything too much just yet. But if I'm Ole Miss, I think they're in a shitty situation, and I would be more likely to believe they're kicked out before they stay in.
We'll find out.
Hey, and kudos to Golding though for staying. Like massive kudos for him.
Okay. Wait.
Lane's an offensive guy, Josh.
Hang on. No. There's nothing to do with this. Pete Golding is not getting kudos for staying. Pete Golding said, I can get a head coaching job at a good place. I'm taking it. Woohoo! This ain't about him being a good guy. He saw opportunity is what he saw.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true. I think, I don't know. It seemed like based on the stuff, like they wanted nothing to do with Lane for that and that. But it could be.
Well,
Pete Golding being a head coach is kind of comical right now.
Yeah, because Lane's an offensive guy. He's poaching that stuff. He's not poaching the D. Although that's Although in retrospect, it is really funny that Lincoln poached Grinch and that 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 ended up working out for us and not them. But
Yeah.
although
Yeah.
I think every OU fan could have called that I think every OU fan could have called that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Sean, you mentioned recruiting. Before we get to recruiting, I do want to put this plug in. Guys, just as a quick reminder, guys, every single video I'm going to be promoting Extra Life. Extra Life is an organization that donates to or raises money to donate funds to the Children's Hospital. Y'all know a couple like live streams back, I finally was able to sign up and be a partner organization with them. And we're trying to raise money for the kids. Again, it's December. The holidays have been especially hard for families and kids this year. If you can spare any amount of dollars, hey, we hit our first milestone last week thanks to Gavin. We're at $85 right now, and it resets at the beginning of every year. So we're trying to make, again, a last-minute effort to try to raise funds for these kids. Again, all these funds go directly towards the Children's Hospital. Doesn't go through me. It's literally just spreading the word. So what I'm doing is putting a link in the chat, and if you would love to donate, be sure to either click the description in the video or click the link there. And all I ask is if you could donate, I tried to theme it with what we could. $4 was the amount that we won, the points we won by. $10, we had a 10-win season. Or if you're feeling extra generous, a $29 was the day we played them on November 29th. Again, all the money goes directly towards the families and towards the Children's Hospital in Oklahoma. Yeah, so if not, spread the word for people who can donate as well. So anyway, I wanted to plug that in before we kind of get to the last stuff. I also, Sean, you mentioned
really quick, Josh. I'm actually dropping out right now. My dad's calling me. He's had some health stuff today. So Boomer Sooner, and I'll see you guys later.
Sure. See you, Swiggy.
Hey, have a good one.
Sean, we know also as well that from this LSU game, they did have a big recruiting weekend. And I know some people in the chat were asking about the status of some of the recruits, like what happened with some that decommitted, some have committed at this point. I think a lot of it, honestly, was I think the recruits that have decommitted, they're just being processed. I think it's
I'm not sad Braden Allen is leaving. I'm not like losing sleep for that.
Yeah.
Listen, like the one thing you need to accept for the 26 class, it's going to be a top 15-ish class. That's it. So it is what it is. Like you have to realize like these classes are built off of kind of what happened last year, and so it's kind of I'm not saying it's a miracle, but it's like to have a top 15 class after last year's debacle.
It's impressive.
Just take
it.
But
having a 10-win season after last year's class is impressive.
That's why 2027 is looking awesome right now. So like it's like we're the number 2 class early. I'm not going to be like Tennessee and celebrate a recruiting class 18 months before or a year before it actually signs.
I mean, that's what USC's doing about their number 1 class.
Well, like,
you got to make it there.
Well, I mean, first of all those freshmen, are they going to help you right away next year? Maybe 1 or 2, but we'll see what happens there. But just Crew Jones committed, and we have a Cooper, we have Cooper Hackett. We just have all these guys that are just like setting up for what could potentially be a really good run of recruiting. So I don't really talk much recruiting on the channel lately. It's just because it's gotten to a point where it's just to talk about it timely is difficult because I want to have a life in the off season, in which I can now. So I would hit recruiting hard in the off season because that was like really easy content to do. Like, plus we had periods where there was a period in June or July where we had like a commitment almost every day for like a week and a half. It was kind of nuts. So it was like, all right, just a video every day. Let's talk about this commitment and do this. But obviously all recruits and commits aren't obviously guaranteed. There are busts, there are guys who don't work out. There are guys who you think are going to be the greatest thing that didn't do anything. There are guys who are 3 stars who turn out to be R. Mason Thomas. Actually, I think he was a 4-star, to be fair. I don't know if he was a 3. I could be wrong, though. It depends on which rating group I gave him, whatever. But I am excited about offensive line recruiting is still doing very well. It's getting back, and I'm interested to see what the portal can give us, and because obviously we can't really talk about that yet till our playoff run is over. You see, because we will have a playoff game in about 3 weeks, so it's very important we pay attention to who we play in the college football playoff. Despite members of the media who are very upset by our presence there, and or name drop us as a team who could get dropped if there's upsets this weekend.
That is not gonna happen.
If BYU wins and Alabama wins, your Oklahoma could drop. It's like, why are you putting us in this list of teams? You are full of shit. We are not in danger.
Because they're mad that for me, my own personal amusement is 2008 Texas, 25 Texas, first team out. It's going to be the exact same, the whining and everything for it.
My channel will be taken down, and will be deleted by YouTube, because when I see Texas as first team out on Sunday, I'll be like, fondling myself on camera. That'll be great.
Yeah,
preseason number 1, first team out. I mean, maybe that's why they're preseason number 1. They're preseason number 1 to be the first team out. That's what the ranking was for.
That's exactly why. Why. But I mean, we're gonna see the recruiting news, and then I don't know if we're gonna get any more like commitments based on stuff. But I mean, it's what you said before, Sean, is to get those recruits, you got to win these big games, though. And lo and behold, that's what happened. Brent down the way.
Honestly, like this week's kind of a benefit for Brent, because he doesn't have a game to worry about. So the whole staff now, because who are they getting? Who are they practicing for? They don't know who they're playing yet.
So you're practicing the bye week.
You're practicing the Michael Fasusi resting his ankle, and Xavier Robinson resting his knee, and Torrey Blaylock resting his shoulder week is what you're doing.
Yeah.
R. Mason Thomas resting his quad week. So, God, if you get him back healthy and get him 100%,
yeah, give me any team.
Where the defense is playing,
give me any team.
Please bring Notre Dame to Norman. Please, I need Jeremiah. Is it Love? Yeah, Jeremiah Love, or is it Smith?
Yeah.
I forget. It's Jeremiah. I need him.
Love. It's Love.
I need Jeremiah Love to come to Norman, because we played 2 out of the 3 Doak Walker finalists, and we basically held them to under 100 yards. I need the same thing to happen for him. That would be great.
Give them a nice dose of reality.
Yeah. So you can, because everyone was worried about Ahmad Hardy and everything. And he had a couple of runs that were kind of so a couple of weeks ago, but we held him in check. So I need to see some Irish eyes crying potentially in Norman. Like we need to, because that 2012 game, there was so much hype and so much we need to fix that. We need to fix that moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
If we end up playing the Irish, so
correct. We may not. I just would want us to play them just because of how hyped that home crowd would be, but also too just because I just want to see us shut down Love, and I think we could. I think we'd have some trouble with some other stuff, but I think we could shut down Love.
It would be great with all the if there was any movement to not have to play. Hypothetically, if whoever we play in the first round, if we were to win that game, I know it's a long shot to some people with our offense, but if we were to pull that off, I would not like to play Ohio State in the quarterfinals, if possible. Yeah. I would like to avoid that as much as possible. Now, I know a lot of people are hoping Indiana would be our matchup, but I need people to realize that I know you look at Indiana's helmets and think they're Indiana, but they're not just Indiana anymore. So I need people to realize that Mendoza's a legit NFL quarterback. He's not a scrub. Mendoza going to be drafted high. So
yeah,
I need people to realize that it's impressive what he did in that Penn State game. Just keep that in mind. So it's what he did. It's like
even though it was one of the worst Penn State teams that they've had in a while.
That Penn State, yes, but that Penn State team still had talent. Just like LSU on listen, LSU team we played, record not great, but they had talent on that side of the football, didn't they? On defense,
yes, they did.
Did they not?
Yes.
So
and that's what we discussed was like, did we think their offense was going to do anything? No, but their defense, there are NFL guys on there. Like, yes, they're going to be playing guys because they want that film.
Well, they had high caliber, like 5-star wide receivers, but they weren't living up to the hype. Unfortunately, they weren't. They were so, but like defensively with like Harold Perkins and Weeks and those, and like now, you know, it's funny. You remember Dominic McKinley, right? He was back in the day. We had like that trio of D tackles we were trying to get with him, and it was like him. It was him, Stone, and who was it that went to Missouri but transferred? What's his name?
I don't remember.
Nwari.
I know who
yeah, Nwari.
Yeah.
We were going to try to get him, Stone, and McKinley.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And we only ended up getting Stone, which, you know, worse things have happened. It would be something if we could like, because we're losing some D tackles. We're losing G Baby. We're losing Dominic. It's like, hey, McKinley, why don't you come on to Norman? Get away from that craziness with Lane. Come to Brent. He knows what he's doing with defense. Come on, man. Come tag team with Jane Jackson and David Stone.
Yeah.
You'll play a lot. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's do something. Come work with Todd Bates. You were this close to doing it. Let's make that happen. Let's do a little let's do a little tamper. Let's bring the tamper portal back a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
I'd be for it. I'd be for it.
Hey, McKinley, why don't you come on over?
Yeah.
Now maybe he sucks. I don't know. Like, I haven't been paying that much attention. So, but someone's gonna hear this and say McKinley sucks. He's a bust. He says, maybe he is. I don't know. But we need bodies. I don't know. We'll see how Trent Wilson does because Trent Wilson's red shirt. I wonder how Trent Wilson's come along. I mean, right now we don't need D tackles to play extra because we got our starting guys already. But
yeah.
Trent Wilson gets some playing time in the playoff, maybe. You never know if things go well.
Yeah.
I'm projecting way ahead at this point.
Right. But I mean,
I'm just projecting when we get to Miami and play in the title game and everything. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, exactly. Because
I'll be there in person, all that stuff.
Exactly.
God, I wish.
I wish too, but yeah. I mean,
I am so full of shit.
If OU made it to, we're not, but if we actually did and won it all, yes, then nobody would have saw that coming.
You know what's funny, real quick? I know you're trying to wrap up, but you know what's funny?
Yeah.
OU, the treatment they're getting from the media right now with the way the offense is, it is so damn similar to November of 2000.
When they tried to discredit.
When the offense just kind of like shit the bed after A&M a little bit, and Texas Tech
was injury.
And Heupel's injury, and then OSU, and that
we were going to get ran over by Florida State.
Well, no. Before that, everyone was rooting for K-State to win the rematch, and it was just like you watch that College Game Days on YouTube on LA Sooners page. It's like you watch that College Game Day, and it's like the campaign for K-State to beat us for a Florida State Miami rematch was in full force. They wanted our asses beat so bad. They wanted us to lose so bad, and Miami did what a shock! Miami not in a postseason that they're trying to get in for reasons or whatever. It's like, what a shock! So it's so similar. It is. It's kind of uncanny right now.
Hey, if like I said, that would go down in Sooner lore if the defense literally carried this team and won it all. It would.
I said before, I think if you have the right bracket path. 2 games that they could do it for 2.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I agree.
If you get to semis, you better if you get to the semis, that offense better be doing something different.
Yeah. The defense can't go anymore. I agree. Just two quick follow-ups, Sean. I think I saw online today, and I think maybe I don't know if OU is selling it, but I think I did see the hard to kill shirts through the Sooner.
I saw hoodies, so people
Yeah.
wearing hoodies.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
seeing some of the shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're online for that. The other one was
But where
circling back-
where online are they?
I think from the OU store, the one like their Sooner Sports store.
All right, if they're there, I'll have to grab some. So
That or I'll send you the link.
I'm a rich YouTuber now, so no, I'm not. I wish
You are.
I am not.
The other
no.
one was, I think for the circle to some preseason, just as a comment, not an analyzation, but circling back to your question of what would you take, the 9-3, or would you roll the dice? And I told you I would roll the dice. Would have paid off this year for that. And I think,
well, I mean,
I think my faith has been a little more restored with Brent. You still got to fix the offense, but to me, the ability to keep the team together after Ole Miss, that devastating.
that was a coaching job.
Bad loss. Not a lot of coaches can do that.
That was an epic coaching job by him.
Yep.
See.
So
Let me go this. Let's see.
to me,
I
rolling the dice on it was that. So, but yeah, but if I could think of anything else, I can't. But let's wrap this up. Gavin, you got any final thoughts? Any comments as we're on this air quote bye week as we wait our fate as the conference championship games happen and where we land, either a home game or a away game?
Don't really have a whole lot. I mean, all we just got to do is just rest up and get, bodies fresh and everything for the first round. And we will be in the first round, damn it, and hosting it, damn it.
I can't wait till they come to Orlando for the Citrus Bowl. It's gonna be amazing. Come on, OU. Come on down to Orlando and party when we get kicked out of the playoff because our offense is not aesthetically pleasing.
I know, right? I know. Sean, any final thoughts before I close this up?
I'm trying to think of something mean to say to certain people, but Chris Facililla's a virgin, Danny Cannell's a cuck, and the rest of the Cover 3 podcast are all douchebags. So
hey, watch your language, sir.
I know, right?
Sean, it was great seeing you over the weekend. Guys, thanks for tuning in as well. We will potentially maybe live stream on Wednesday, or it will be for sure next Sunday.
National Signing Day, dude. Woo!
I mean, we could. I think everyone's more going to be waiting to see what happens on these rankings at this point, and I think we'll live stream based on
y'all come hang out at my live stream tomorrow night and for the ranking show with me and Elo. So
yeah, absolutely. You always want a good show over there. But Sean, maybe, just maybe, basketball won't happen. Just maybe. You can't make promises.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Please don't.
No, I'm sick and
was.
tired of these basketball games in between.
Oh my God!
I just put them on ESPN.
I just realized.
You have no idea, Gavin.
Oh, I just realized tomorrow night is a half an hour broadcast, not an hour. Maybe there is basketball involved. Oh shit! Hopefully it's after. Hopefully it's after. If it's after, it's not a big deal. If there's anything before it, now it's gonna make me look at the ESPN schedule tomorrow.
I am too. TV.
Let's see. We got no, it's actually a half hour where they're added 6, and then after that it's Florida and Duke.
Okay, what's before it?
Sports Center.
Okay, good. All right, Sports Center won't go long, thank God.
You're good. Someone corrected their mistake from the last couple of weeks that people don't want to stick around for college basketball.
Yeah,
that fucking 45-minute delay. Ugh.
Yeah, that was a massive headache. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. You know when we go live and or upload a video. Again, I'll let y'all know through a YouTube post what day we may live stream. It will be Wednesday or for sure Sunday. But until then, guys, I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and enjoyed your time, spending time with family. Boomer Sooner, guys, we're playoff bound. There's only one, and we'll see everybody on the next.
By the way, some of us had the guts and fortitude to say they go 10-2 this year.
And you're right.
of us-
You are
some-
100% right.
Some
Take
of us
back credit.
had that. Some of us did. Anyway,
You did.
good night,
Perfect,
everybody.
guys.
All right, see ya.